Hello everybody and welcome to my FS25 NEXAT Pack DLC review. That's right, it's finally here, the all-in-one farming machine. Now I went ahead and got all the implements up here, so I've already had my first, impressions of it, and yeah, so far, it's a pretty neat thing. But yeah, it's just this big old massive long thing. And as we'll see, we'll be able to attach different modules to it. Now, I went ahead and bought this field of withered sorghum. I don't know what it is about farmers not being able to take care of their crops. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and go through a whole year in game here. Well, more like, half a year. And, go from planting all the way to harvesting. So, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and have a look-see. Anyways, first things first, let's go ahead and get a nice look at the interior of this thing. Very nice, very nice. Got a nice screen over there, some cup holders. I love to have the cup holders. Radio, and we control it via the control sticks here. And as you can see, when we turn the wheel, the whole thing moves, and that's because the steering on this thing is quite crazy. So if I turn the wheel, the whole thing moves over, but as you can see, both the front and rear wheels are turning, and then same for the other direction. That's how it kind of moves here in transport mode, which is the mode we have it in right now. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and drive on over to our first implement. It is a little bit foggy, actually, right now. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and drive on over to our Slurry cultivator over here. So we'll go ahead and come up onto this side, and we should see, we're probably not close enough yet, but there are markers that will help guide you in. So yeah, we can go ahead and press X to go from transport mode into work mode. As you can see, the wheels come out. It has actually like little jack stands that it uses to lift the wheels off the ground. The cabin tilts up and turns. And now we can approach our target implement. And as we get closer, we should see some markers show up. They're not working, but I can press O, and this thing will automatically drive towards and align itself with the implement. And so we can press Q and attach it. Same thing goes for the implement on the ground here. Drop up to it. We can press O. The thing will automatically progress towards it, saving you the hassle of having to line everything up. I think actually this is on the wrong way around. Yeah, I think that implement is against the tree the wrong way around. So let me go ahead and make a U-turn real quick. And you can see how this thing turns in work mode. It's pretty interesting. We also have all-wheel steering that we can activate. So yeah, you can use all the wheels if you want, which looks kind of funny. It basically just turns the wheels on the inside corner there, which is interesting. The wheels on the outside barely move at all. So, that's fun. Alright, we'll go ahead and get this attached. And yeah, it is possible to get everything attached manually. Oh. If this tree wasn't in the way. It doesn't matter. We're on Silver Run Forest. Tree getting in the way of my field work? I don't think so. Wait, how do I do the chainsaw in this game? Oh. Toggle hand tool. Oh, there we go. Bit different than how it was before. There we go. Bam! Get out of here, tree. You're in my way. Thank you. Oh, I got two chainsaws. I already had a chainsaw. I didn't need to buy another one. You apparently start with a chainsaw now. Interesting. Interesting. Anyway, I didn't even need to buy one. Alrighty. Oh yeah, and I suppose I completely forgot to actually go over the store page, so we'll do that in a second. How do I actually get back up there? I don't actually know. There we go. Was I the right way around before? I don't even know. Oh yeah, there we go. You can see the lines now, and they were showing that they were crisscrossed. Okay. This is going very well. This is going quite well, I would say. I would say this is going very, very well. I couldn't imagine this going any better than it currently is. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, there's not really a lot of room around this field to work, so yeah, bear with me while I try and make this DLC review actually happen here. Alright, well anyways, we'll go and get lined up in the field. I already filled this thing up with slurry, Anyway, let's go ahead and hop into the store page and actually take a look-see at these things. So yeah, the NEXAT itself, not really too much customization. You do have 3 different wheel options: Trelleborg, Michelin, and BKT. I guess just depending on, yeah, whatever you like. And then there's no real customization on this or the Slurry cultivator. So anyways, let's go ahead and begin. So I believe we can lower the cultivator and then turn this on. Oh no, it automatically turned on. Okay, so we didn't actually have to do anything there. Alrighty, and now we are slurry cultivating. Let's go into first person, take a look-see at what's going on. What we can actually do is we can pivot the cabin. We can pivot the cabin all the way over to this end, and we get a nice view of actually what's happening in the field, which I think is really cool. So obviously we can look ahead there, and we can kind of look, we can see everything happening, we can look back, and then also we can just pivot the cabin if we want to just have, like, you know, a normal kind of view straight out, but then, you know, be able to look to our side and see that. I think that's really cool, being able to, like, pivot around like this. I mean, how far can we go? Seems like we can go all the way around, actually. Yeah, we can go all the way around and even look, like, behind us and see, like, yeah, we did a good job. We did a good job. We can also drive in this direction, too. So, yeah, really cool. Really cool. Really cool being able to pivot the cabin all the way around. Anyway, let's see what happens when we actually turn around at the end here. I'm guessing we can probably just raise that. And then, yeah, it's probably... If we have more room, it would probably be more straightforward, because, yeah, we can just turn, full turn. And, yeah, that obviously does quite well. Yeah. The turning radius of this thing when it's in work mode is actually not bad. I mean, transport mode's not bad either, but, again, it does feel like a bus. It does feel like a bus, so... I mean, it is very long, so that is fair. Yeah, this kind of gives you a cool perspective of, like, what's going on as well. Like, obviously, it's doing a lot of work in the field, but it's also, like, you know, this is a neat perspective you don't usually get to see side on to especially a cultivation like this. I think harvesting will be even neater. But yeah, I left a lot of stuff at these sides of these fields, so we're gonna have to figure out how to navigate around some of this stuff. Some of them were easier to maneuver than others, which maybe I'll go ahead and maybe I'll show that off in a bit. But yeah, let's just go ahead and do a quick little headland maybe. Probably should have done that to begin with, just so we would have had more room in the field, but oh well. Oh, I'm pushing that. I'm pushing the harvester module. We'll get to you. It's not your turn yet. It's not your turn yet. You get back over there, okay? Okay, thank you. It's not your turn yet. All these modules want their turn. It's not your turn yet. We might actually need to get a refill, actually, the slurry. We're almost out. There we go. We got the cultivation achievement. I wonder if we're going to get all the achievements. That would be quite... you know what? That's honestly quite cool. Getting all the base achievements with the NEXAT. Yeah, we only got 4,000 left. Yeah, let's go ahead and refill. I'll also go ahead and get this little piece that we missed. And there's a deer! There's a deer in our field. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and show you guys how the filling the slurry works. So we got a little slurry thing over here, and all I gotta do is just switch to the thing, unfold. And again, I'm not sure if this is unique to the NEXAT or if it's like a FS25 feature, but yeah, we can move that over to the refill and then refill the slurry, which I guess is nice. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a thing exclusive to this, just to make, you know, lining up with the fill point easier, because, again, this thing is kind of bulky. No more slurry, no. Alrighty, and here we go, the last pass. Good to know that it's, you know, it's almost perfect. So, that's good. I mean, it's pretty close to perfect. It's better than if we were missing a thin little strip. Because then we would know we would be in for a very infuriating video. Because I'm pretty sure every implement on this thing is the same working with. Alrighty. Early morning fog once again. So anyways, we're going to get back in our NEXAT. Anyways, we also had some rain last night, and looks like the wheels are actually a bit wet. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, we got the dynamic ground kicking up dirt. Oh snap. Oh, that was not the brake, that was the gas. Alrighty, let's go ahead and switch into transport mode, just so we can maneuver around here better. Let me in here. Let me in here. Oh gosh, what's going on? I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. I regret. I regret. I made an upset spaghetti. Again, I'm making this a lot harder on myself by having this next to a field. I'm sure on an actual farm that's not lumpy as all get out, it would be way easier to swap implements. But yeah, because we're doing this out in the field, quite literally, you know, it is quite a chore having to swap implements every time. Now, one thing I noticed, actually, about the seed hopper that we have now, once I get all this attached, we will go over some of its features. Alrighty, get that attached too. There we go. Badunk. Alrighty. First off, we'll go ahead and take a look-see at it in the store page. Alrighty, so yeah, the seed hopper. As you can see, no real customization options. 20,500 liters, though. There, and then we have 3 different options. We're not going to cover all 3, because they basically all do the same thing. So we have the Carrier NX, which is just the cultivator. This is just the regular standard cultivator, but you do actually need the seed tank in order to attach the cultivator to the NEXAT system. Because if you take a look, attached to the seed tank is the attachment points that allow you to attach the module. So, yeah, you do need the seed hopper, even though it won't apply any seed. Then we have the Inspire, which is what I'm using right now. This is the cedar version. The cedar version, and it has hoses for both fertilizer and I was gonna say fertilizer and lime, but no, fertilizer and seed, and it does your irregular sowing. And then we have the Tempo NX27, which does your planting. So pretty cool. As you can see, the crops down here that you can do with the planting is your corn. Is that sorghum? Yeah, I think that's sorghum. Corn, sorghum, sunflower, soybean, sugar beet, cotton, or the green beans. And then over here you have your wheat, barley, oat, canola, rice, oilseed, grass, peas, and spinach. So yeah, I guess I moved sorghum over to a planter crop. Interesting. I'm wondering if that's more accurate to how it is in real life. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's get into the planting. We're not in wheat season anymore, so we can't plant wheat. But we can plant... Oh, we can't actually do soybeans on a regular thing. I think we can do oats, though. So we'll do oats. And if we take a look at the controls, we have a couple different controls. Obviously, most of this is normal, open covers, and all that. You can take a look and see that we got one seed tank in the middle there, and then a bunch of fertilizer tanks on the outside. But, for instance, let's say you want more fertilizer. You can press Z, and it actually switches the tanks, if you look, to a higher seed capacity. By the default, it's on this, 2,500, 1,200, but then you can switch it to be 13,500, 4,500. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. One issue with it, though, hopefully it gets patched soon, is that I had it on this setting, and I had it actually full, like I had the seed tank full. I detached it, reattached it, and the seeds were gone. Almost like it switched to this mode and deleted the seeds. So, yeah, be careful with that. If you do try and switch the mode while you're driving it, it will give you a warning. But I don't know, something about detaching it, I think, caused it to trip and delete some seeds. So just be careful about that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the planting. The oats are going in the ground. We're going to have to watch out for our harvester over here. I'm going to go ahead and tuck this in as much as I can. And just try and... Don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact. Okay, we're good. We're good. We didn't crash into it. And yeah, I don't know if it's putting down fertilizer or not. I think it is, right? Yeah, the fertilizer is going down. So this would... So yeah, this would fertilize the field. Thing is, though, we already have the field fully fertilized. Yeah, it's 100% fertilized already, because we slurry cultivated it. So, yeah, technically you don't need to actually fill this thing with fertilizer if you do the slurry cultivation, but it is an option if you so wish. Like, if you don't want to slurry cultivate, if you're just like, I'll just normally cultivate, and then I need to plant, we have fertilizing with your planting. And I guess it's good, too, because you can cultivate and then plant without having to swap the big top attachment, you just need to buy the other cultivator, not the slurry cultivator, but the other one. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get some first-person camera view of planting happening. Not nearly as exciting as the other stuff that we were doing. So as you can see, the texture is changing. And I actually am using a front wheel steering. So yeah, we have front wheel steering, rear wheel steering, and all wheel steering. So front wheel steering is just, as you can see, the front wheels turning there. Ooh. Whoa. Oh yeah, we got too close to the sprayer, so it did that. Yeah, the sprayer actually, because it's so big, the cab needs to go on sideways. We'll see that afterward. We don't actually need to spray this field, because yeah, it's 100% fertilized. I guess we could have, I could have bought herbicide, but I wanted to try out the weeder instead. So yeah, the sprayer isn't really necessary, but I wanted to try out as many things as possible, and we're already kind of glossing over a lot of features of this add-on because yeah, we don't need to use a planter and a seeder and all the different things. Because if we did, like, then we would have just like a mixed match of crops in a field, and it wouldn't really be in the spirit of this thing, which is to make farming efficient. This is efficient farming. Oh, I just realized I could have used GPS. I forgot we had that in this game, because that would actually be good. I forgot GPS was a thing in this game. And yeah, because yeah, that's what we see on the screen there. You see that on that screen there with the green? That is, you know, the GPS. You know, in real life, that's what it looks like. But yeah, the screen is basically just a static PNG, except for the speed. The speed changes, and it's in kilometers. What the frick is that? If anybody knows what the frick a kilometer is, please let me know. I've been trying to figure out. Yeah, I was not efficient with this at all. I was not efficient at all. I'm being super inefficient. I'm missing all kinds of parts of the field. Oh dear. Here's fine. This part is fine. This part I can do in one pass. But yeah, everywhere else, forget about it. Forget about it. I think that's good enough. We'll just leave it there. This isn't gonna matter in the long run. This is just for trying out the NEXAT. And yeah, that was the seed hopper. Or that was the thing. We have one more implement that uses the seed hopper. The seed hopper does seem to be the most universal bit because of just the sheer number of things that require it. So anyway, we'll leave that there. And yeah, we'll go ahead and skip into the next month, which is going to be May. Alrighty, good May, everybody, good May. Let's take a look at our crops. They looking pretty good, but, yeah, they have weeds, and they're medium weeds. Okay, is this thing better be a little bit better than a weeder, and I think it is. Yeah, the Einbock Chop Star. We're gonna go ahead and see how well this thing works at getting rid of these medium weeds. So, again, taking a look at the store page, the Chop Star. Pull out small and medium grown weeds, improving the field's stay. So there we go. That'll work for us. And again, no customization options as per usual. I don't know if I looked at all these, but yeah. There's only like one thing I think that's got like a customization option. Or actually two things later on, as well as this thing that have the different tire options. But yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of these weeds. I don't like weeds. You guys know this. So yeah, let's get rid of them. Burn them. I wish we could burn them. That'd be funner. But I guess this is still fun. Tearing them out of the ground by the roots. I'm sure they don't enjoy that very much, which is good. I don't want them to enjoy that. The more weeds suffer, the better. What in the world? That's not what... No, it told me, it gave me the attach. I could attach. I thought that's what was happening here, not you two implements wanted to be inside each other. It's not what I thought was happening. You guys tricked me. I don't like this. Please. Oh. Okay, I don't know how to stop this. How do I fix this? Two implements being inside each other. I know, I'll use the house. Well, if you gotta mess up so badly so people wonder how you did it. We're on the house now. Oh, I got something for a second. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hey, there we go. Got it. Yay. Alrighty. 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 How many times can I say alrighty? Attach. There. Oh, what's the word that I can say that's not okay or alright? I'm not sure. I've said them all at this point. Sploosh. Oh, look at that. That is lovely. I love that. That just made my day. In fact, that might have just made my week. Let's get started, shall we? Lower the thing. I don't think we need to run anything, right? One thing we will run, though, is our GPS. Yeah, there we go. Steering assist. We don't need any headlands. I guess one headland's fine. Anyway, there we go. We got steering assist. We can go into first person. We can take a look. Thing just kind of does its thing by itself. There's weeds over here. This part of the field has weeds. That part has no weeds. Oh, I love it. Getting rid of the weeds before they even become a problem. A lot of weeds in this field. Yeah, a lot more than I'm used to. Because I usually play with precision farming, which they did say that will be coming to this game soon, so that's good. I'm glad that it's on its way. Honestly, that is another one of the reasons why I'm waiting, is precision farming is just so nice. It's just, like, sure, it adds some complexities to the game, sure, and that, and other things, but the quality of life it adds, just mainly with, you know, being able to see fertilization with the map, that's just huge. I mean, not really needed anymore now that we have the GPS, but still. I like having that. It's kind of a nice feature. Oop, deactivate. There we go. I think this machine honestly confuses it a little bit with how it moves around. Yeah, I think so too. I think it doesn't quite know what to do with this thing because it moves around in weird ways. Alright, she's not her hitting Mr. Harvester over there. He should be fine. Slight bit of scrapage. Alright, almost taking care of all the weeds. We got that thin little strip over there that the flower have to go back for. Nope, it kicked me out. Yeah, just sometimes it's just like nope, and then you gotta catch it. But even with that, like, oh my goodness, GPS, it's great. Like I can live with the occasional because it definitely misses less than I would. And I mean, I'll just tuck it up to this thing kind of being kind of a hard thing to control. I wonder if I took it out of all-wheel steering, if it would have a better time with it. Maybe the all-wheel steering is kind of throwing it for a loop. That did a pretty darn good job. Alrighty, there we go. I can go ahead and park this up over here. Use that over there in the bushes, and then we'll take the seed hopper and leave it over here. Because next up, we got a spray. Well, technically. Not really. If we didn't slurry cultivate this field, we would have to spray. But because we slurry cultivated it, we don't have to. But I do want to still try out the sprayer. Just to see, you know, if it'll, do good things and stuff that I like. Alright. This thing looks like a little turtle when it's folding. Looks like a funny little turtle. Anybody else feel like that? Or no, just me? Just me. Is this thing like a little turtle? Anyway, I guess I'll see you guys in June. Alrighty, so I went ahead and actually skipped all the way into July because it wasn't quite on the final growth stage in June, and I like doing spraying on the final growth stage. Because usually this is where you get the flowers, but the oat doesn't really do that, so... Anyways, we're going to go ahead and grab the sprayer and go ahead and do that. Now, I am pretty sure these wheels will crush the crops, so we'll see what happens. I'm honestly thinking... I mean, we shouldn't crush too many crops, right? Because the wheels are, you know, decently spaced out. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this is going to behave. Yeah, we'll see. We'll have a gander. Man, I wish we had crab steering on this thing. That'd be great. To just be able to straddle around this cultivate this weeder that I've left in this position. What is with me and leaving implements in suboptimal positions? I don't know. Yeah, because now it's just going to be a problem that we're going to have to deal with. Oh, no, there it goes. Alrighty, I think we can just... Oh, we're the wrong way around. Of course. Alright, let's turn around. We'll probably crush a little bit of crops trying to do this, but this will just prove my point that, yeah, we do crush crops. Oh, and there we go. There's the lines finally showing up. They were showing up earlier when I was moving everything over here, but... this is the first time they're actually showing up for you guys. Look at that. So yeah, there we go. There's the lines. So that way you can tell you're lined up. And then you can either pull in manually or you can hold O and it will automatically line it up for you. And then unfold it. Unfold the machine. And yeah, once we pull up to this, yeah, it's gonna go ahead and maneuver itself automatically. As we pull up to this, the cabin swivels out of the way, because otherwise that boom would hit. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach this. And alrighty, let's go ahead and unfold the sprayer. Now I don't know how big this is gonna be, but I mean we'll probably cover this whole field. So yeah, we're only gonna leave like 2 tram lines right in the middle. So not too bad. Let's unfold dash sprayer. And once we start unfolding it, then the thing can swivel. Okay. There it goes. Okay, it doesn't quite fully cover the field, but okay, we can at least do 1 pass here without crushing anything. That's good. We can change the work width. So we can choose how much we're spraying. Interesting, interesting. Okay. We can... yeah, everything else is normal. Alrighty, so let's just go ahead and activate the spraying. And again, it's slightly suboptimal because we are crushing the crops, but we're not crushing that many compared to how many we would be fertilizing. I mean, we really don't have to do this because, yeah, fertilizing has already been done. But, you know, it's not that bad if you think about it. You don't really crush that many crops when you do it with this thing. When you do the thing with the thing. Oh, I'm going to raise that up so that it's below the crops. There we go. Now we're doing it. And again, if you forgot to weed as well, this could also be, you know, your herbicide application, whatever you need. So yeah, there we go. We'll go ahead and fold it up. Anyway, we'll go ahead and just switch over to this mode. And this is a way I guess you could turn around at the end of the field if you're very limited on space like we are. Just, you know, go here, shuffle over, pop back out. I'm actually gonna drive over here. Yeah, we're gonna go over here. Alright, there we go. And then we'll go ahead and unfold the sprayer too. Actually, now I think about it, this method of turning around is only really useful for the sprayer because the sprayer can run in both directions. I'm like, why didn't we do this method of turning around? Oh, right, because the sprayer can run in both directions. Right. Yep, that's how that works. Yeah, because we're driving in reverse right now. But it works, doesn't it? Oh, no, we need to go other way. It works. I am messing this up. The goal was to try and stay in that other tram line so that we don't have, you know, excessive crushing of crops. But here we are, crushing lots of crops. I should have just used GPS for this, but I don't know if GPS would have come up with this brilliant solution that I'm doing right now. I don't think GPS would have come up with this idea. So, yeah, we're doing that. And it doesn't quite reach to the end over there. It's fine. Again, this field doesn't necessarily even need fertilizer. And we're just, at this point, we're wasting our yield because we're giving it more fertilizer than it actually needs, and we're crushing some of the crops. So, not ideal, really. Not ideal. But anyway, there you go. There's the sprayer working. Again, I wish we had, like, a narrow tire option so that we didn't have to crush crops. That's kind of the main downside. But again, I guess, I don't know. Spray before the crops get too big? I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of options, too. Like, you got the fertilizing while planting. So, there's enough options where I don't really even think you really need the sprayer. But it's an option. It's an option if you want it. Yeah, I would consider it more of, like, a last-minute, like, oh, shoot, we forgot to do any fertilizing or anything. Let's go ahead and just go through the sprayer. Who cares if we crush a little bit of crop? If we don't do this, we're going to lose a lot more crop. Anyway, let me go ahead and detach you. There it is. And last thing to do is going to be the harvester. Oh yeah, did I even pull that up in the shop? I forgot. There it is. Anyways, time for another sploosh. Whee! Splooshes! Wow, it's so fun. Yes, do not drive too deeply into the water. That would be a bad day. Not even sure the air intake is on this thing. The engines are actually in here. Yeah, they're in this metal tube. You can see, I think there's 2 engines because there's 2 exhausts. I think one engine drives the front, one drives the back. Yeah, there's a a fan right there. Maybe that's your intake. Not sure. You got your... Is that like your oil? Not sure either. Not sure about any of that. But anyways, next month will be August, and that will be harvest time. I am warp activate. Okay, there we go. The oats are ready. Now we get to mess around with the actual harvesting part. Let's go on, get over there. Crushing crops my way over there. Crushing crops, running into things. It's par for the course, really. Ow. Again, I did not think this through at all. Yeah, there we go. Lines are proving exactly what I said. I need to make a Yui. Which, again, this thing isn't very maneuverable. I mean, they tried, but it's really hard to maneuver this big ol' stick. I feel like I'm kind of pushing it to the limits, though. You should never have to deal with a field like... You should never have to do this stuff with this thing. Grab implements from the edge of a field. Right? Like, come on. They're gonna be in your shed. And they're gonna be in a good spot in your shed, because you're gonna be smart. Anyways. Yeah, let's go ahead and hook up to this. So this is the Harvester NEXCO module, which is the harvester. The harvesting module. There it is. There we go. Alrighty. And yeah, as you can see, once you attach the little harvester chute comes out the front, I guess. And then we can go ahead and maneuver over to here and get the header on. And one thing I do want to show was one of the interesting things. So this implement in transport mode is a bit interesting. So yeah, you can go into transport mode with the header. But as you can see, when it folds up, you still have this big ol' thing hanging off the side. So I would not be surprised if, you know, it would be more optimal to use the header trailer and put the header on a trailer. Because while you can maneuver it like this, it is a little bit dangerous going down the road with that big ol' thing dangling off the side the way that it is. It is a little bit suboptimal. But anyways, we can go ahead and get into the field now. If we don't get stuck on a tree. That would be ideal. But the thing is, we are going to get stuck on a tree. That is just what's going to happen. There's nothing you can do to avoid this scenario. It's a canon event. Harvesting mode activated. Let me lower the header. Oh yes, lower the header. Alrighty, there we go. And turn on the header. Alrighty. That works. Enable straw swath. Okay, we do have straw swath. We'll see how that works. Let's go ahead and go into GPS mode. Alrighty. Let us begin, shall we? Okay, so it does 2 straw swaths. Okay. Interesting. It does 2 separate straw swaths on either side. The oat goes into the top there, and it all gets fed through. But there you go, it works. It does harvest. It does harvest. It would be nice if it was 1 straw swath, but I guess you could always windrow it, not a big deal. I don't know why I missed those oats right there. Weird. Probably just because of how lumpy the field is. Yeah, it kind of starts going downhill here. Again, I feel like this thing probably works a lot better on flat fields. It seems to struggle a lot with the lumps and bumps of this field. I picked a very lumpy, bumpy field. But there you go. From planting all the way to harvesting, we did it. And yeah, we can, because we got GPS, we can do this in first person and get a very unique angle of harvest. You don't usually get to see the header operate side on here. So that's pretty neat, you know? Gotta love that. There we go. And now this monitor's up there actually makes sense. The camera feeds. It would be actually cool if those were actual camera feeds. I don't think that'd be too hard to do. Because they got, like, mirrors and stuff. Like, you could probably make those actual camera feeds. And make those live. That'd be kind of neat. Because, yeah, your mirrors don't really work when you're, when you're driving like this. Those only really work when you're driving normally. So, yeah, you could have that be, like, a camera feed. And that could be quite useful, because, yeah, being able to monitor the edge of the crop right there, like it's showing the edges there. That'd be kind of useful to actually show. But yeah, either way, though, it's cool. And we also, you know, always have external view. So, they don't necessarily need the cameras, but I don't know. Could be a neat feature. I don't know if Giants watches these videos. I doubt it. But if they do, you know, I feel like I've left a lot of valuable feedback in this as well. Not just a reaction, but, you know. Well, I mean, it's a review. It's a review, so yes. There is bound to be feedback. That is how a review works. Anyways. Look at that. Look how the lines line up perfectly with our tram lines there. I like that. That is nice. Let's go ahead and line up with this line and go ahead and harvest this. And I guess as we're doing that, I should go ahead and maybe go over the harvester. I completely forgot to look at this in the store menu. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this on cruise control and take a look-see at that. So for the harvester, we actually do have some customization. This is the one thing I said that has some customization. You can customize the wheels. You can go Trelleborg, or you can go Verdstein. So you can go for like more of like the communal tire, or you can go for a bit more of a mud tire. I'm pretty sure I went for the mud tires. If we go to, not the regular header has nothing. But if we go to the corn header, you got some different colors. You got red, green, yellow, black, and gray. So, there you go. Bit of color customization on your corn headers for when you need to harvest corn. I feel like the red makes the most sense because it matches the color scheme of this thing. But, you know, if you want a green one, if you want a green corn header, then knock yourself out. I'm sure you can also probably use the header on other combines as well, not just this thing. It's just the corn header that comes with the pack. I'm sure you can put the corn header on maybe a John Deere combine, and therefore it would be like, oh, this is a good 14-meter header in John Deere green. So that's probably why they have the different colors, just in order to, you know, be a bit more compatible with other combines. Anyways, I'm making a mess of the straw swaths. I probably should disable it for this pass. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and shred. Just go ahead and shred the straw now. There we go. And yeah, very cool. Very cool thing. A little bit finicky, I will admit. As you saw, I was struggling attaching and detaching implements. I'm gonna chuck that up to the fact that we're just kind of in a non-optimal area for using this thing. This field is very lumpy and bumpy. So I'm not gonna put it on this thing. I think this thing's pretty cool. I would definitely love to, maybe buy it on a farm. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at what point in a Farm Sim series you would manage to be able to switch over to basically running one of these things non-stop. Anyway, let's see what the pipe out looks like. Oh, there's the pipe. Okay. Just goes right there. Neato. And then there you go. You can pipe out to a tractor right over there. I'm sure you can probably move this cabin more out of the way. Yeah. And give your tractor a bit more room to work over there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was everything. Again, like I said, we didn't cover literally everything, because a lot of the stuff would have just been the same as other things. Like, yeah, we didn't do the Carrier NX, that's just a cultivator. We didn't do the planter, and we didn't do the corn harvester. But other than that, we pretty much did everything. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe for new videos. Have a great rest of your day. And, yeah, I'll see you guys back here, hopefully, for the first FS25 series. Or, if not, it might just be the next DLC, whatever that may be. See you guys then. Goodbye for now.